All right, it's time for a very important segment. It's very personal for me, and I love doing these. Our love of food should be simple, but it's our relationship with food that can be so complicated. My mixed messages with food started when I was a kid. This is hilarious and weird and kind of sad, but also the truth. My mom, after every audition that wouldn't work or I would blow, would take me to McDonald's to get me a fillet of fish. And ironically, rejection was associated with these delicious, creamy, fatty foods. And paging Dr. Freud, creamy comfort food is still my go-to. And my mom didn't do anything wrong. It's just that was our tradition. And my whole life, I've totally fluctuated with my weight. I have 1,000 pictures to prove it. And all I want to do is find the balance and break the cycle. Dieting isn't fun. And overindulging doesn't make you feel great. And I spoke to 4 women who also share this struggle. And we're finding out together how we can break the cycle. It's funny that this beauty and this poetry and the necessity of food is also tied in with personal downfall. Do you fluctuate 5 pounds or a couple meals and then you get back on the horse? Because I am a 20, 30, 40 pounder fluctuator.
Oh, I am. I don't just fall off the wagon. I fall off the wagon, I derail the train, I send it way over the cliff into the ocean, where we're currently sitting underneath the Titanic, continually sinking.
Food for me gives me instant gratification. It satisfies something in me instantly. I'm a dancer, and dancing, you have to learn it. It takes time, and then you're satisfied at the end. But with food, it's that instant gratification.
And there's not really a result. What are you gonna celebrate? I just had dinner.
Right.
What is a trigger for you? Is it a bad day? Is it seeing food in a grocery store?
There have been so many weeks and days where if I have the slice of pizza, all right, now what's for dinner? Because I'm gonna just double that.
Yeah.
The second that you have something that you shouldn't have, I just go all in.
For me, food was always the solution. My grandma's oh, I'll just make you dumplings and ice cream, or I'll make you some hot wings tonight. And it's okay, it was always her way of making me feel better. I didn't see food as a struggle until the weight started coming. After having my son, it got harder and harder to lose weight. And then looking at myself in the mirror, it was kind of okay, this body's never gonna go back to the way that it was. So at this point, who cares? And you feel bad about yourself and you put yourself down.
I do big extremes. Just yesterday, I had a stressful day. I find myself at the pizza shop. A big box just for me, 2 slices. And I sat there and ate both slices while sitting in the car because I didn't want to take it home. And then everybody's looking at me
was it worth it?
It was worth it during that moment. And then afterwards, I'm
I recently had been ill, and I'm sitting there in bed watching The Biggest Loser, or My 600-Pound Life, eating a 5-pound bag of peanut M&Ms. Of course, you can't throw that out. You have to finish that bag.
Well, it doesn't close.
Yeah, they don't close. They say it's resealable, but it doesn't. And I'm sitting there and I'm watching this, and I'm fat shaming myself.
Your mom, I understand, had diabetes. I understand that you just got a result.
got a result that I'm pre-diabetic, which scares the mess out of me because I have the 6 children. It's horrible. It's something that I don't want my kids to experience me going through, you know?
When you're not taking care of yourself and you're in an extreme, you're basically playing Russian roulette with your life.
You really are. And, you know, I can't afford to do that anymore. I have really 6 lives depending on me.
What or who is going to be worth it for you to break the cycle?
My son. At one point I realized I was being very selfish. He wasn't getting what he needed from me, and I had to get myself together.
I think breaking the cycle really starts with loving yourself.
Do you love yourself?
I do love myself.
It's me. I have to learn how to control stress because then that triggers my stress eating. And it's finding the accountability. I have to be accountable to myself. And that, you know, that's where I struggle with it.
I had a lot of big life changes in the last few years, and I didn't handle it very well. I went right down.
And I stayed down for a lot of years, and it was the same exact revelation that you had. I realized I couldn't do anything but figure out myself.
Yeah, and it's an ongoing process.
I mean, we could straight up be in like a drug clinic here today.
Literally.
Talking about like every single gateway that just leads to full-blown usage, and there is no sobriety for eating. I couldn't have had these conversations years ago myself.
Oh no, we didn't talk about it. We,
I would talk about it, but I wouldn't fix it.
yeah.
Now I want to break cycles.
I'm just warning you. Okay. Listen, I am here with one of the incredible 4 women that you just listened to. Since that day, Dolores reached out to us with a very exciting update, and she has lost 10 pounds in just a few weeks. Look at those pictures. And by the way, I am in love with her. Hi, Dolores. Hi, Drew. Oh my God. We're new BFFs.
Yes.
I am so happy to see you. And I heard that you told Jessica Yank-Lunas, our producer, just tell us what you told her about how this happened.
Well, after being on the show with you, you get that light bulb moment. And I realized, I'm like, everything I just said and what I discussed with you, I need to hold myself accountable. I need to manage my stress better. So I started working out a little bit more. I had a little setback, had injured my back the week before the gyms opened, of course. So I have to now work out in a different way. But I've managed to handle the stress of back to school and the whole remote learning and whose Chromebook's not working. And I'm not sitting there at night anymore watching my 600-pound life eating peanut M&Ms. I'm lucky because you come on twice a day for me. So at 8 p.m., I'm watching you again, and I'm not eating my peanut M&Ms.
You know, one of the things that I find so difficult is I have tried those, I just call it the chicken and broccoli diet, because it just doesn't bring joy after a while. You can do it for a few weeks, but you are setting yourself up for failure. Life is about pleasure.
Right.
And it is about enjoying. And when I look at this filet of fish, I brought you a bag of peanut M&Ms.
We don't do those anymore.
But what if we're able to enjoy them a little bit because it's every once in a while?
Yes.
Should we try that?
Yes.
Do you want to open your bag?
Sure.
Because I'm desperate to eat this. What I really want to do with breaking cycles is stop with the extremes.
Right.
Because the extremes is what puts me in a very bad place. If you take everything away from someone, guess what they want? The thing that's taken away. My problem with this is that I overdo it and then I don't feel good. So then I cut it out completely and then I want it again.
Yeah.
So for me, breaking the cycle means this elusive bee named balance, and to be free of the extremes that don't make me happy and don't work for my body.
Right.
Oh, this freedom tastes so good.
Oh, this chocolate's so good.
Dolores, do you think that we can enjoy things here and there by saying, I've got a handle on this?
Yeah.
Because if you take this stuff away, I'm only going to want it more. But if I eat it less, then when I have it, I can enjoy it.
Right, you have to be able to enjoy it and not binge on it and be like, I haven't had it, and just gobble it all up. If you do it in moderation, allow yourself, whether it's once a week, once every 2 weeks, and not use it as a reward.
Yes.
Do not use it as a reward, and do not use it as a punishment, that I'm punishing myself for I screwed up, so now I'm going to devour this whole bag.
Well,
have it in moderation.
I think those are the extremes too. It's
Right.
the mental game of like, I've got this. And how do you feel after 10 pounds? You're wearing like an Hervé Leger, like Band-Aid dress. You are feeling good, Dolores. Will you stand up?
Sure.
I mean, does this feel good enough to keep going?
Oh yes, definitely. I'm happier when I'm obviously thinner, which is something we were taught growing up. You know, you can never be too blonde, never be too thin, never be too pretty, which we're all different, so we should be happy with how we look and how we are. But, you know, since we were little, that was drilled in our heads.
I think you look so beautiful, Dolores. I am so glad that our conversations are having a positive effect. They are for me too. I am 45, and this is the first time in my life that I've actually been the same weight for a year. It's been 20, 30 pounds up, 20, 30 pounds down. And it's probably not the healthiest.
Right, no, it's not healthy for us to, and as we get older, the yo-yoing is even worse for us.
So we are finding the balance together.
Right.
Dolores,
Yes.
I'm so happy to be your partner in this. Let's keep going. Let's keep checking in. Let's see if we can maintain, find joy, feel like it's worth it, and do this together.
Yes, let's do that.
You are my partner in all good balanced crime, Dolores, and I love you so much, and I'm so happy to be your new BFF, by the way.
Yes, I love you, Drew.
I love you too.
Hey, you want to hang out again? If you just hit subscribe, apparently we can.